My people, how are you doing today? Hope you're doing okay. Yeah, it's your friend, it's your brother Ade Oluwa, the love priest. Yoruba people will say Motude bi Moshende. Okay, how am I going to interpret that now? Okay, I have come the way I used to come. I don't know if that thing is not correct. I beg, just take am like that. I beg, because I'm a Yoruba guy. I'm from Ekiti State, so my language is like the general language I am supposed to be speaking is Yoruba. You understand? So just take it like that. All right. Today we are going to be having an amazing time. And you understand on this episode. So I want you to follow me. I want you to listen. I want to talk to us about what we call the original love, or you can say true love. You understand? Like, what is love? Like, what is love? I know we singles or young people we ask this question: what is love? Like, what is love? Now, the book of Second Corinthians chapter 5, verse 21 tells us that for he has made him sin for us, who knew no sin, that we might be made the righteousness of God. Now, the aim in this context now is Jesus Christ. Like the way Jesus came and died for us and gave his life for us. Now, this is a typical explanation of love is. Now, let me break it down for us. Love is, it means devaluing yourself for your partner to find value. Devaluing yourself for your partner to find value. Now, when I say devaluing, now it might sound somehow in our ear like, I go devalue myself because of another person. That devaluing now, it is called sacrifice. Do you understand me? Of course, you're not going to be devaluing yourself every time. It is not something that should be consistent. How am I going to no? Yes, it's not something that will be done consistently, because of course, if two people know what they are doing in a relationship, it is not every time that they are going to be having issues. You understand? But when I say devaluing, at every point in time where it is needed, you should be able to devalue yourself so that your partner will find value. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if the two of you now has this understanding, come on, you're going to have a blissful relationship that will lead to a blissful marriage. Do you understand me? Now, the word has given us the definition of sacrifice that I don't agree with. Anytime we hear sacrifice, we always the first thing that comes to our mind is negative thing. They say sacrifice, we tag it along with negativity. But the truth is that sacrifice usually and always ends with something positive. The end result of making a sacrifice is positivity. Any sacrifice you make and it doesn't have a positive impact on your life, it is compromise. That is not sacrifice. Do you understand what I'm saying? The death of Jesus on the cross of Calvary, it's a sacrifice. Yes, it is painful. You understand? It is painful because the old Jesus had to lay down his life, had to devalue himself for us to find value, for us to find salvation. Do you understand? So this is a definition of love. And the truth is that we have to be very, very careful. We shouldn't compromise and we call it sacrifice. Let me cite an example. For example, now your partner wants to travel or probably wants to do something, and of course he does not have enough funds to do it, and he comes to you and say, okay, please babe, can you help me out with this? And of course you know that you don't have. You know that you don't have. Then you now went to your dad's purse or your dad's account to steal certain amount of money just to satisfy him or her without the consent of your father, and you call that sacrifice. The word we call it sacrifice, it is not sacrifice, that is compromise. You understand? That is compromise. The truth is that you might want to ask that, okay, how will I now do it? He's asking me for money. Of course you don't have. You guys should sit down and source for money. There are better means to make money, to find money. You can even borrow. You understand? Instead of going into your dad's purse and stealing, at the expense of the good relationship you have with your parents. Do you get my point now? Let me give you another example. He's asking you for sex. Baby, I want to have sex with you. Let's just have this sex. You understand? And you know that, okay, I don't. The truth is that he knows that it is wrong, but there's a way the devil does things. You understand? And you know that, okay, this thing is wrong. I don't want to have sex before marriage. But then you still give into it, all in the name of sacrifice. And the Bible tells us that the bed undefiled. Marriage is honorable with the bed undefiled. You don't call that sacrifice, you call it compromise. You understand? The word has defined a lot of things to us. The word has made compromise. They've called it sacrifice. You understand? Every sacrifice you make outside the interest, outside God's interest and His ordinance, it is not sacrifice, it is compromise. You understand? Don't do anything that is not in line or that does not satisfy the interest and the ordinance of God. You understand? Wake up. Wake up. There is a lot of things that God wants to do in your life. Don't compromise. Yes, of course, sacrifice in your relationship. Okay, let me give an example of what I mean by sacrificing in your relationship that is in line with the ordinance of God. For example, he has done something wrong. Of course, we are human beings. He did something wrong, and you know that he's the one that is at fault. But then, that you can sacrifice your emotions and yourself and still come and say, I'm sorry. That is sacrifice. It is not easy. It is not easy to say sorry when you are not the one that is wrong. That is what sacrifice is. So those are the things. And of course, when you do that, peace reigns. That is a positive impact. And in fact, you yourself, you even feel better. Do you understand what I'm saying now? So sacrifice is not compromise. So anything you are doing that at the end there's a negative impact on your life, there's a loss. You understand? There is a loss, like at the later end there is nothing to show for it. That is compromise. That is not sacrifice. Do you understand me? I hope you were blessed by this video. If you were blessed by this video, I need you to like, I need you to subscribe, and I need you to share this video. Share the links. God bless you. I love you guys so much. I love you guys so much.